with us from BOATERexam.com. Brent, what are some key things we need to know out here on this beautiful day?
Well, we touched on it a bit earlier about the importance of having a spotter on board. So that could be you or I here today, or both of us. They have to be 16 or older and obviously competent to communicate back to the driver if your skier does go down. Also, you want to be watching for those hand signals that we talked about earlier. So if your skier wants to speed up, slow down, if he's tired out and wants you to, kill the engine so that he can head back to shore. So those are important factors. Another thing that not a lot of people know is that it's a criminal offense for anybody to ski after dark. So from an hour after sunset until sunrise, criminal offense to ski after dark.
Really? Okay, so that's a good point to mention because, even talking about, something like this, you need to have a seat for every one of your boats. So you can't start off, pulling someone off the dock like a dock start and then plan to drive them in and not have a seat for them.
Exactly. So on the capacity plate on all of these boats back on the stern, it'll say how many passengers you can have on the boat. So you need to make sure that not only do you have space for the passengers that are on board, but also the skier that you're pulling. Now with the Sea-Doos that are out there, a lot of people are pulling water skiers and wakeboarders with Sea-Doos. And a common mistake is that some of the older Sea-Doos may only be a two-seater. So you've got the driver, the spotter, and the skier, but there has to be a seat on that Sea-Doo. So really to pull anybody behind a personal watercraft, it has to be a minimum three-seater.
Right. And you have to be dressed properly as well, and we all are this morning.
Exactly. So of course we always reinforce that you wear a Towsport Canada or Canadian Coast Guard.
Ooh, that was nice.
Woo! PFD or life jacket. We're all wearing them here today, and at a minimum you have to have enough on board for all the passengers, and they have to fit you properly too. So you can't have an adult life jacket for a child, for example.
Yeah. And what about the one that Mark's wearing?
Yeah, so he's got an O'Brien life jacket on there, which you can see is there's some great designs out there now, and they sell those there at Hearst Marina. And wakeboarders can be kind of picky. They like to have freedom to do their flips and move around. So Mark's doing fine with this on here today.